Yeah, Pokemon fans, it ain't looking good right now. So the Pokemon Day presentation just happened, and I have a lot of things to say. A lot of negative things to say. So we finally got our first look at Legends ZA, and it looks bad. Like really bad. But before I talk about the atrocity that was 2 days ago, let's rewind time to last year's Pokemon Day presentation. At the end of that presentation, we got this awesome looking CGI trailer for the newest mainline game, our second Legends game, and the return of Gen 6, Pokemon Legends ZA. This got everybody hyped up. We're finally returning to Kalos. Sorry, Unova. Mega Evolutions are coming back. And the best part, it actually seems that they're gonna take their time with this one. Yeah, this is gonna be the greatest Pokemon game ever! Or so we thought. I was one of the few who was skeptical from the beginning. I started to think, is this game really gonna look good? I mean, they didn't even show any gameplay footage. Maybe they're hiding that they haven't even started development on it yet. And unfortunately, my suspicions were correct. Cause this game looks horrible. Just absolute rubbish, I tell ya. This just looks as bad as Scarlet and Violet. Maybe that's because it is Scarlet and Violet. They've clearly just used the same assets, textures, and engine from Scarlet and Violet. This isn't a new Legends game. This is DLC, disguised as a new game. Game Freak, you conniving little bastards. And then there's the starters. Oh my fuck, the starters. I wonder what brain-dead employee at Game Freak thought it was a good idea to pick Totodile, Tepig, and Chikorita as the starters. Oh yeah, let's pick 2 Johto starters and 1 Unova starter, even though we already used their region starters in the last game. Why not pick stars that would actually make sense, like Scorbunny or Piplup? 1, because Gen 4 or Gen 8 haven't been represented yet, and 2, they both take inspiration from French culture, and you know, Kalos is set in France, so these guys would have made perfect sense. But I guess making sense was the last thing Pokemon wanted to do today. Who the fuck is gonna pick Chikorita or Tepig? I'm pretty sure at least 99% of players are on Team Totodile because the other 2 fucking suck. If you gave me the choice between a fat pig, the good dinosaur, or a crocodile, of course I'm gonna pick the fucking crocodile. What the fuck you think I'm gonna pick? Megas are back, which we already knew, but it's still pretty cool to see. I love Mega Lucario was the first one we saw, and early in the presentation they showed off a new Mega Lucario EX, that was pretty awesome. It's actually really sad that the most hype I got from this presentation was for a Pokemon card. I mean, a new Mega Evolution would have got me excited, but guess what? No new Mega Pokemon was shown off. Fan-fucking-tastic. And have I mentioned how shit this game looks? I genuinely do not understand how a AAA game series can get away with half-assing their game's quality in the year of 2025. And I mostly don't care about graphics in video games. I believe that gameplay, mechanics, and story are far more important for a game's quality. And to prove it, I actually enjoyed my time playing Scarlet and Violet, despite how bad it looked. However, you know what would have made the game better? Actually making the game. They advertised this as a brand new Legends game, when it's anything but. This is just Scarlet and Violet DLC disguised as a new game. The fact this is being produced by Nintendo, a AAA company making a AAA game, the fact they are definitely going to charge this game for full price when it definitely doesn't deserve it, just why? Phew, sorry for that rant. I definitely displayed the Sonic fan inside of me there. Just know I'm not actually mad. Just disappointed. And concerned. Very concerned for the future of Pokemon. Worried because Pokemon knows they can get away with this. They know they can half-ass their games and people will still buy it. Everyone was upset when they saw how bad SV looked. But guess what? It still sold 10 million copies in 3 days. 3 days! Assuming everyone spent at least $60 per copy, that's over $600 million in 3 days for a game that runs at 5 FPS and has worse graphics than Swap Force for the Wii. Fucking Sonic 06 looks better than this shit. And once again, I don't even care about graphics that much. Though this whole video is saying otherwise. I rank graphics pretty low in what makes a game fun. However, that doesn't mean you should just overlook it completely. Especially if you're a multi-billion-dollar company making a mainline game for your multi-billion-dollar franchise. I said I enjoyed SV, but even I can't deny that Pokemon should have never released it in the state it was in. Scarlet and Violet was straight up unfinished, so I can imagine Legends ZA is also going to be unfinished because it's the exact same fucking game again. But it made over $1 billion, so of course they're going to do it again just to spite me. I really have just turned to semi-classic Sonic fan now, haven't I?
You freaking pricks! When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Okay, listen up. I don't think this game is gonna be bad. Legends ZA has more than enough potential to be great. The new battle style where your Pokemon can dodge attacks feels just like a battle from the Pokemon anime, which is awesome, and I can guarantee the story will be amazing. However, I just can't shake the feeling of unease and disappointment. This is one of the hypest I've been for a Pokemon game. Legends Arceus is probably the best Pokemon game ever, so another Legends game got me ecstatic, so my hopes were up. However, this game so far just hasn't been living up to my expectations. They weren't even that hard to begin with. This game just missed every checkpoint that made Legends Arceus so special. An open world Pokemon game taking place thousands of years in the past where Pokemon haven't been domesticated yet, so they would literally try to kill you and you would have to dodge roll their attacks just to stay alive. And the atmosphere of living in this small quiet village in this freezing cold and dangerous world with extinct Pokemon, it was magical, there's no other way to put it. It was the most fresh and fun a Pokemon game has felt in years. So to go from that to a DLC for a poorly running game, it was just disappointing for me. But who knows, maybe everyone loves it and I'm the idiot. Besides, I'm still gonna buy it anyway, just look at my Lucario shrine. Do you think I'm not gonna buy it? Of course I'm gonna buy it. That's it folks. But before I go, I'm gonna give you one last parting gift. Mwah. Hopefully that makes up for all the yelling I did in this video.